All right, so got all the new parts installed, and double check the gap here. It was closer to 45 before, now it's right at about 25, and there was a minimum of like 8 or something like that, so it tightened it up a little bit, so that's good. Now I gotta look at the next steps, because I don't know what's next. We'll get to it later. All right. I think I already videoed these earlier, but it's okay. We'll do it again. This one replaced all the seals inside of there. Replaced all the seals inside of there. I have to look into that still. Put a new band on it. Inspected the clutch mechanism that's inside of there. So it only goes one way. Make sure that I got it in the right way. In fact, it can only go in one way on this one because the casing that holds all the little bearings and the springs will only go in one way. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a nylon washer there, and there's a groove right there, which should be for this O-ring. And I think the only reason that is there is to keep this from wearing on the O-ring, or excuse me, on the clip. That's the only thing I can see there. I don't see anything that actually rubs on that as far as this mechanism. So this should go in next if I'm reading it correctly. This will go out, be the output shaft going in that way. And there's nothing that is wearing from in this area that would rub on that nylon washer. So pretty sure that's just for that retaining clip. If you know differently, let me know in the comments. Talk to you. All right, so figured out the different shims. And I basically mic'd them out and wrote them all down. The new white one is approximately the same size as this one. It's actually 88 thousandths. The old one's the 85 thousandths. This is actually a number 4. There's a number 4 on that. I thought it was a defect in the thing, but actually it has a number stamped into it. This one has a number 3 stamped into it. I don't know if it makes a difference or not, but anyways, I found an appropriate sized one to replace this number 4, and it goes underneath that, in between those two. I don't know if you can see it or not. Sorry, I got my finger in the way there. I think I've got it all the way down. I got a bit of a gap there. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to have that, but I don't. It seems like it seats all the way down on the seal. I pulled it out once, and not the seal, but the spacer, selective spacer, what I think they call it. This thing here was stuck to this, so it's apparently correct. So it's kind of hard to tell whether I got everything together right or not, but I guess once I go to put the front on, if it's got sticks out too much, that'll give me an indication. Well, I gotta go back and look at things. Sorry, bad. Can't get far enough away. Anyways, it's coming along. Talk to you soon. All right, next step is I got that in there to put the band in, and first attempt appears to have it in upside down, as that is offset, which took me a minute to realize. I was thinking I had something in here not set correctly. So put that in there, and I gotta put the attachment on there. This little daily goes right there. And if you can see there or not, it's kind of dark. I just had a light for that. Anyways, it goes on that ball, and that just sits on there. There's actually a notch in the band, if you can see that, to receive that. see right in there. Anyway, so put that in there and go to the next step. Later. All right, move the light around so you can see this thing better. So that's how that goes in there. Get the light a little better. Not bad, it's still in the way. Anyways, it goes over there. Light slides in there. And then there's this band. I understand there's a modification to that band, or that bar right there. I have to check on that. See what Tall John has to say about that one. I put it together as a dry run just to make sure I got it all together right. I gotta pull the band out, or the band, and soak it before I put it back in, and go to the next step. Talk to you soon. All right, so got the band in, put the front pump in. And one of the things I didn't do when I first took it apart was to check the amount of play in the shaft. I don't know how I can do this, but let me see if I can hold it right there. But if you kind of give it an eyeball about where it's at now, I don't have the tail shaft on here. I'm just pushing it, the output shaft, but you know, there's almost 1/4 of an inch play, so I think I got something wrong. And it's only supposed to be like, I don't know, 90 thousandths, something like that. Forgot what the original measurement was supposed to be. It's set in here someplace. Yeah, dial indicator, measuring input shaft, play, anywhere from 22 to 91. That's not a whole lot, so I'll get a gauge out just to make sure, but I'm thinking that's not right. Give it some thought. Anyways, it's probably gonna be it for tonight. Yeah. Dial indicator. Anyways, yeah, that's it for tonight. Later. All right, so just I did a rudimentary measurement, just threw a bar across there, struck a line on a piece of paper underneath there, then pried up on the other end and made another mark, and that's the distance of it. And then all I have out here right now is a dial indicator, is this micrometer, and that's at 91 or something, like right there, which is like the max. Oops, you can see that. It's obviously, this is very rough, so I need to do a little more fine tuning, but it's looking like I'm gonna have to put in the extra thick shim here and possibly move the one that I currently have in this position, in the underneath the oil pump, down to between the front gear clutch assembly and the rear band, well, whatever that one is. Anyways, you know what I mean, someplace in there. Anyways, so yeah, so that one there probably needs to be thicker, and then the other one that goes on the end of that right there, I think that's it. Yeah, number 3 thrush washer. That needs to be thicker also, but again, need to get my dial, find a dial indicator, and I think I've got one. Been a long time. Anyways, I'll let you know what I find out later.